Hey, you're watching Carman Television, and this is another version of the Carman Show. And today we're going to be talking about something important, and that is being prepared to purchase a car. I'm going to go over four quick stages for you so that you can kind of understand some of the things that you need to know when you're purchasing a car. First of all, you got stage one. Stage one is I need to buy a car. When you're at that point, what a few things you need. You need to research. You need to, whether it's the internet, magazines, people you know, the Carman Show, our website, thecarmanshow.com. You need to find out what information you can to help you make the best buying decision. Once you find that out, then you need to find out what needs you have. What are your needs? What type of things are important to you when you're purchasing a car? Do you need a bigger car, a smaller car, a gas saver, a truck, a SUV, whatever you need to figure that out on what your needs are. The second thing that you need to know, or the other thing that you need to know, are the prices. After you've gotten your research down, you got the needs of what you are important to you. You need to know the prices of those type of vehicles. The reason why is because you want to make sure that you can afford that. Are you looking at vehicles that are 40 and 50,000 when you're thinking that you only want to spend 20 and 30? You need to know the prices of vehicles. And then as far as monthly payments, how much can you afford? You need to figure out, can I afford 200 a month, 300 a month, 400 a month? You want to know how much money you can afford, because the more that you know that, the less that you are as far as possibly making a mistake. And then after you get all of that information together, it's like making a pot of gumbo. And you're taking all this information, you put it together, you stir it up, and you say, okay, now I know what I need. Now I know what I need. When you know what you need, now you need to get prepared to go to the dealership. These are the things that you need. You need to know you need to clean your trade in up. Don't drive your car into a dealership to trade it in if it is dirty and nasty and junky and every other word I can think of. You don't want to drive in a car as a hoopty and think that you're going to get a decent amount of money as a trade-in. You got to clean the car up. Either do it yourself or pay somebody to $100 or whatever a detail will cost to have that car detailed. Find out what the balance of your car is. Ask the bank for a 30-day payoff. That gives you 30 days to be able to find the vehicle that you want and not have to continue to call them back. Figure out how much money you want to put down on the vehicle. Do you want to put down 1,000, 2,000, 3,000? What can you afford? Figure out what you can afford and make sure you have that together. As far as documents, you definitely want to have your driver's license. That goes without saying. You want to have your pay stub, because most places now want to be able to prove how much money you make. What they do is they take your year to date of what you make, and they divide that by how many months it is. And that is what some of you may have bonuses and things, or bad short months or whatever. They're going to take the entire year and average it out. Other thing is, you want to call your insurance guy. You want to talk to your insurance person to make sure that the cars that you're looking at are affordable, because some cars are a little higher than others. You want to make sure that the cars are affordable as far as a monthly payment for insurance added on to whatever your monthly payment is for your car. And then you want to pick a dealership based on your needs. When I say that, meaning you want to pick a dealership that you feel comfortable with. So now that you've gone through step one and you've gone through step two, now you're at the dealership. Always, first and foremost, test drive every car you drive. Test drive a new car, drive it around the block, see how it rides. You got a full factory warranty. You should be good at any dealership across the country. But used cars, you want to be more careful with used cars. Couple things you want to do with used cars. You want to make sure that you take a used car out and get it up to anywhere from 50 to 65 miles an hour, because you want to see, does the car shake. Some used cars will shake. You want to make sure that that is not what you're buying. You want to make sure that you have find an open parking lot and do a figure eight. Drive the car in a figure eight, utilizing that steering wheel, turning as far left to you as you can and far right as you can, because you want to see if there are any steering problems, any type of steering problems. They could be knocking and all type of noises. Make sure you don't hear any of that. And then of course you want to make sure that the car just rides well. Another thing that you can do, a little secret, is that cut the vents on as high as they can, the fan, the air, heat, whatever. Cut it up. Open up the vents and smell. Do you smell anything burning? Do you smell a rubber smell? Do you smell an oil smell? Do you smell anything that is not normal? If you do, question it. Find out what it is, and if it doesn't seem right, you don't feel comfortable, don't buy it. Look for another vehicle. Um, you want to find once you've done all of that, you want to find the best car for you. Once you've gone through all of this, you test drove and everything. Now you want to, if you have a trade in, you want to bring the trade in the equation. Why do you want to bring it in now? Because you want to, don't combine the two. You want to find out exactly how much is this car that you're going to buy. How much is it? You want to find out exactly how much it is, and then you also want to find out exactly how much they're giving you for your trade in versus how much you owe, and all you want to know all the numbers separately and then put them all together. It's much easier for you to understand that versus going the opposite way, mixing all the numbers together. I've met people and I say, well, how much did you pay for your car? Well, I don't really know. They took my trade. They get confused. Don't get confused. The people that I've helped get into cars were never confused on what type of cars they were buying. They knew exactly what they were getting, how much they were paying for, how much their trade-in was, all of that. You must know that. You need to know your payment options. Are you going to finance at the dealership or are you going to get your own financing? There are a lot of different sources that are available. Make sure that you explore that. If your credit's good enough, you may be able to get your own financing, bring the dealership a check, and it's a done deal. If you got to go through the dealership, then you see what options they have. They have a lot of different sources, whether it be banks, finance companies, even credit unions. Find out what's going to work best for you. Call your insurance guy or girl. Tell them that you're at the dealership. You're getting ready to purchase this car or that car. Make sure that they understand what you're getting and you let them know how much the car payment is. Because if you know how much the car payment is, I'm sorry, not the car payment, but the insurance payment, it will help you when you're figuring out how much your car payment is going to be. So it's important for you to combine both of those because that's what you're going to have to pay per month. And it's important for you to know that, and then you're gonna have to have insurance to drive off the lot in most cases anyway. So those are the things that you want to do at the dealership. Now, once you've bought the car, I always say you got to have an escape plan. The escape plan is that all cars lose value. Let me say that again. Cars lose value. So if you know a car loses value, then you want to do everything that you can to get out of that car as soon as possible. Hold on to it as until your designated time. Some of you may hold on to the car until the end of the loan, but most of you probably won't. So are you gonna hold on to it for 3 years, 4 years? Make sure that you do figure out that and keep your mileage under 100,000 miles if you can, because that's gonna affect the value of the car. Of course, keep up all of your maintenance, oil changes, regular tune-ups, changing tires, anything to make sure the car can stay as close to immaculate as possible. And when I say that, that means not adding any extra things. I know a lot of you have personal tastes that you want to add to cars, but be cautious. The more things that you add to the car probably are going to take away from the value of it. Even though you love a car with TVs all through it, the average person may not like that. So a dealership is not going to be able to give you as much money as a trade-in because they got to find someone that has the same taste as you. So it's important for you to know that. And then, of course, after you bought the car, which we all in stage 4, you want to figure out to do whatever you can to keep your car payments up. Keep your car payments up is important so that your credit can stay good, and then you can look at trying to get into another vehicle. Those are just some basic things that you need to know when you're trying to prepare for a car. Each show I want to kind of close out with, just something concerning what's going on today. Weather is bad all across the country. If you're out here and you're driving around, be careful as far as driving in the snow. Take your time. Be careful of black ice, ice that you don't see that can cause an accident. Just be careful. And as always, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to go to my website, www.thecarmanshow.com. Ask me a question. I'll help you in every way I can. This website is put together just for you, the automotive consumer, in mind. Again, I want to say thank you. And don't forget, I always like to end every show with "You Can" with Carman. See you next time.